So how about that? Finally, Project Nuclear Global is coming out. Well, I'm a bit late to the news, but look, I've been busy building decks for a defunct TCG for the past week, and I'm having a lot of fun with a game that unironically like 12 people actually care about. So what is Project Newer Cloud, or PNC? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I barely know myself. From what I heard, it's basically an auto chess gacha game. So just an auto chess game that serves as a prequel to Girls Frontline. You know, that one gacha game where the girls are guns, although the girls are not guns in this game. And I'm stopping my explanation there because I've been shutting myself off of information about this game since I want to go in blind with no real knowledge as a true casual. So sorry, you have to find someone else if you want a more in-depth explanation. So pre-registration's happening and blah blah blah, something about reward goals, blah blah blah, they will probably happen regardless of the actual numbers, who cares? But something that's really cool is that Mica Team set up some sort of ARG code hunt for the pre-registration event. Yeah, move out the way Yoko Taro and their near church, the new best ARG has arrived! So what even is this ARG event? The boring answer is that it's a little contest to help draw up hype for the release of PNC. But the lore and flavorful explanation, well, it's actually not that much better. It's just easier if I show you the tweet. Dear Professor, at Dr. Persicaria's behest, you have been gathering clues to the truth in the materials related to the Neural Cloud. Please search through recently released official videos of cryptic clues to the secrets of the Neural Cloud. Basically, we're tasked to help Persia, how do you pronounce Persicaria's shortened name? Well, we are tasked to find clues about the truths of the material related to the Neural Cloud, whatever that means. The clues can be found in the recently released official videos. They did say plural, but as of when I'm making this video, only one official video is out, so maybe the code's not even solvable as of right now. Mica Team also established a hashtag for group efforts for getting parts of the code out there, hashtag Neural Code, although I think the person who made this image forgot that hashtags can't have spaces in them, so let's just be nice to them and stick with this hashtag, okay? And final answers are to be submitted to cyber-media@sunboardgames.com. Don't worry if you solve the puzzle and are too lazy to type it out since it's only in the image. I'll have the email in the description of the video so you can just copy and paste it if you solve it. Also, there's a $25 Amazon gift card prize for the first 8 people who have solved the puzzle. But also, this is supposed to be a community effort, I think, so let's not be sweaty and hoard all the knowledge to ourselves. Like, to be honest, I'm probably just going to do a giveaway if I manage to be one of the first 8 people to get the code. So in honor of the community solving this kind of ARG code hunt, I'll show off everything I have gathered from looking at the first PV for about 3 hours give or take. Some spoilers if you want to try and solve this yourself. So the first thing that you see under the contest announcement post is some screenshots of people finding letters. But how did they get these letters? Well, it was in the first English PV trailer that came out earlier. I need to specify the English version since it does slightly differ from the previous versions for the sake of this little code hunt. So in the English version, on the bottom right, around the 30-second mark, a QR code is hidden in a mess of black and white pixels. It's probably something deep like how Conway's Game of Life was shown earlier to convey that this game is an auto-battler game. You know, a 0-player game where you just kinda set things up and the game's rules play themselves. But yes, that QR code. If you scan the QR code down there, you're taken to the URL 42lab-us.sunboardgame.com/event/easter-eggs, where here you are given a letter like those people on Twitter. So fun fact about this website, if you refresh the page, you get to reroll your letter, so you can essentially find all the letters by refreshing the page. The letters I have found are O, I, D, W, E, P, C, F, T, and N. There could be more on the website, but this is what I found for refreshing the page for a good 30 minutes or so. And after looking at the Twitter, it's safe to say that most people haven't had much better luck. I do think the refresh method might be a slight exploit in the system, so oops if it is, but I'm considering it a feature for now. After a brief look at the page's elements, it also seems that Mica Team is smart enough not to store all the images on the webpage. An inspect element will only give you the background image, the frame itself, and whatever letter you generated. So it looks like there's no way to truly cheat the system and get the code by force. I'm pretty sure I don't have the whole code solved since first of all we need to make the letters that we find into an actual word that relates to the story of PNC. Probably something that can be found on the PNC website since it's the only official Mica Team source of PNC lore that we have in English. I think. The answer is most likely hidden in plain sight somewhere here. I don't think it would be that fair of a hunt if the answer was some sort of lore that couldn't be found via official websites. I'm also assuming that the answer is 15 characters long, considering that there are 15 asterisks in the image. However, this could be completely wrong and the asterisk is just an aesthetic choice. But if my assumption is correct, then we have found 2/3 of the code. I have some initial guesses based off my very minimal knowledge of PNC and the letters I have found so far. But these guesses don't really work at all as you kinda get like one word and a ton of letters, which is known as a wrong answer. Speaking of wrong answers and dead ends, don't even bother getting all the numbers and letters that pop up throughout the course of the PV. It is exactly the same as the ones from the previous version, except like life has been translated. I mean, only a stupid person would go ahead and write down the whole hex code and everything, even though they are pretty sure it's not part of the whole code that they're currently solving.
751F Life 76845462 5FOFFO C504CD5F7B6DF1FEA1
Yes,
4E
I am that
4E
idiot.
4E.
And if you didn't know, that large block of hex code, when converted to Unicode, comes out as
生命的形式不止于人类智识的认知，无序绝非混乱，虚构未必不是真实。舍命之身去绝地，隐秘的归途上，响彻流亡之人的祈祷。
which GigaChat Infinite Eel has translated to English for us as, the forms life can take are not limited to what humans can understand or perceive. Disorder is not necessarily chaotic, and the fictional is not necessarily unreal. Throw your life away and enter the perilous, travel the hidden road home. Thus resounds the prayer of the exiled. But yeah, considering that this has been in the previous version of the PV with no changes, and this is not in English, I highly doubt this is part of the code hunt. Also, for people that are curious, there was a QR code in the older version of the PV in the same location of the new one, but it just gives you the hex code F4CBEEC6F1F6EE F4F6E699F3FAF799D7 C3CE2C6DDCA E192EDE19D9D. I'm not actually sure how to decode this one, but supposedly gives you the phrase NC ASST report 2060, with report misspelled and ASST as an acronym for Advanced Static Session Tool. So the old QR code was NeuroCloud Advanced Static Session Tool report 2060. I do not think the old QR code has anything to do with the current search, so I think it's fine that I actually don't know how to solve this code. And this is as far as my investigation to the secret PNC ARG code contest goes. Maybe there's just something huge in the PV that I'm missing that you guys can catch. Maybe we can't even solve the code yet since all the videos have not been released yet. Or maybe I've already solved it, and I've given you all the tools you need to get that sweet $25. Regardless, I hope that at least some of you can now join the hunt for the secret code, because let's be honest, a little code hunt is a lot of fun. And $25 on the line, that's like almost half a year of monthly gems, or like 15 pulls in Arknights. And yes, I did torture that poor VTuber to make him read out the whole hex code. So while we're listening to his suffering, a special thanks to Delta Legionnaire for being a true trooper and reading the hex code. Also, huge thanks to Infinite Eel for reading out the secret message and translating it for me. I literally couldn't do this video without you guys.
60F3 7684 8BA4 8BA4 7785 3002 65E0 588F 7EDD. Do I have to do this all in a road?